Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Airlines Quest. Today, we're talking about a flight so long and so weird that it actually spans 3 days. Let's dive into the details of what might just be the strangest flight you'll ever take. So, how does a flight last 3 days? Well, Cathay Pacific's new service from Dallas-Fort Worth to Hong Kong pulls off this time-warping magic thanks to a combination of long flight times and, of course, the international dateline. The flight, CX-897, is set to launch on April 24, 2025, and it's already grabbing attention for its unusual schedule. Here's how it works. The flight departs from Dallas-Fort Worth at 11:55 p.m. local time. That's late enough to have you boarding on, say, a Monday night. But here's where it gets interesting. Because of that pesky dateline and the 15-hour flight time, you actually land in Hong Kong at 5:05 a.m. 2 days later. So in this case, you leave Monday night, but by the time you touch down, it's already Wednesday morning. That's right, you've essentially skipped Tuesday entirely. Now, let's break that down a bit. The flight itself is a long one, around 15 hours on the way to Hong Kong and over 16 hours on the return. But it's the international dateline that really messes with your sense of time. For those of you who may not be familiar, the international dateline is an imaginary line that runs through the Pacific Ocean. When you cross it going west, you lose a day. When you cross it going east, you gain a day back. In this case, when you fly from Dallas to Hong Kong, you're crossing the dateline. So even though the flight is about 15 hours, you end up arriving 2 days after you've left. Mind-boggling, right? But the fun doesn't stop there. The return flight from Hong Kong to Dallas is just as wild, but in the opposite way. When flying back, you depart Hong Kong just after 4 p.m. local time, and thanks to the wonders of the dateline again, you arrive in Dallas at 5:50 p.m. on the same day. Yep, you essentially arrive before you left. Talk about a time travel experience. This unique schedule is definitely going to make for some confused travelers. Imagine boarding a plane on Monday night, only to wake up and it's somehow Wednesday already. And then, on the way back, you leave in the afternoon and arrive earlier than you took off. If you've ever wanted to feel like you're in a sci-fi movie, this might be the flight for you. What does all of this mean for passengers? Well, if you're the kind of traveler who loves long-haul flights, this could be right up your alley. But if you're someone who already dreads a 6-hour flight, well, you might want to think twice before booking this one. That said, the novelty of traveling for 2 days and crossing the dateline is definitely something that's going to get people talking. I mean, how often do you get to say you skipped an entire day or arrived before you left? This unusual schedule is just one more example of how interconnected our world is becoming. As airlines like Cathay Pacific continue to expand their routes and push the limits of long-haul travel, we're going to see more and more flights like this. Flights that challenge our concept of time and distance. So, what do you think? Would you take a flight that spans 3 days, or does the thought of losing or gaining a day in transit freak you out a bit? Let me know in the comments below. Personally, I think it's pretty cool, but I could see how it might leave you feeling jet-lagged in more ways than one. And if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more aviation news and strange stories from the skies. Thank you.